Good evening everybody. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday so far. Let's switch over to the regular classic scene, filled with a Oreo full camera shot there. Let's pop the background audio on. There we go. Good evening everyone. I hope you're doing well this fine Sunday evening. I hope you had a lovely week so far of gold making. Oreo and I sat here ready to do a little bit of adventuring tonight, maybe a little bit of gold, maybe a little bit of levelling hopefully. We'll see how things go. Good evening, who have we got? Harvey, Adriana, Ballsy, Mushy and Darnassus. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I hope your weeks have gone well. I haven't actually been able to play much at all this week. I've literally gone on to, what have I done this week? I've reposted my auctions on retail. I haven't restocked on anything all week. I've not done any levelling on Samadan here. I was on all of Monday just to record a video, but I haven't actually done any gold making whatsoever this week. So I'm itching to see what the market's like. See if we can do something about that and see if we can get ourselves a little bit higher on the old level, because we're still only, what are we at the moment? We are level 23 at the moment, so obviously we'd like to get that a little bit higher. We should have a whole load of rested XP. We're halfway through at the moment, so a whole week of not levelling should mean that we should be okay. But I want to go to the auction house first. We'll have a look there and we'll see what we've got in the way of money we can make. How are we doing on the money front? We are at 9 gold 45, which is where we left last time. So we'll have a look. Let's see if there's anything we can make. We'll do our usual. I've got my new video out, which was going through my normal routine now using tailoring and enchanting. So I'm going to go through that now and just go through my regular routine as it stands at the moment. See if we can find any bargains tonight. Anything that we can turn into the odd silver or possibly gold would be really nice. Let's have a look at our lovely auction house. There we go. Good evening, Flocking Barbassi and Brumblefar. Thank you both for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Right, so first things first, let's do a TSM scan. Let's carry on my normal routine for the moment. I need to move Oreo's camera back a little bit. He's literally just this dark mass of fur at the moment. Been super well with the one shuffle. Oh, fantastic, Brumblefar. Managed to, it's quite a nice one just to find some decent, if you can find some decent things on the market, then it's definitely worth it. It's all about whether you can get any of these weapons to disenchant for a reasonable price, because you can make a good 5 silver if you're lucky with your disenchants, and you're lucky with buying something for maybe 10 or 11 silver. Your level 13 maze, 150 tailoring and enchanting with 24 gold. Very nice. Very nice indeed. That's the kind of thing you can use it for. It's really, really useful for just as an alt or as a really low level main, as I am here at the moment. But good to hear you've got success with it. We're just going through the scan at the moment, 98%. Let's just move that. Let's move that across, and then I can move this up to the top. Then we can see that. That should be easier. There we go. So scan is complete. So let's do a quick check just to see if there's anything on the vendor search. There might be something worth here. Obviously that's a couple of copper on that. Probably nothing too major. That's a 595 to a 608. And the spiders at another copper there. Now, if we can catch some of these, this will be nice. I'll just go through and buy the ones I can. 4 silver, 97. So it's a few extra copper. Nothing major. We're going to the mailbox anyway. So this is definitely worth it. Oh, well, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Right. I have to do this quite carefully because I have to wait until TSM finds the auction before clicking buy. Otherwise I tend to get a internal auction error. So I'll just go carefully. I'm just going to click buy on everything. I'm not double checking the prices, I know it'll all vendor. Just see what we can pick up. Obviously, if anyone is currently sniping at the moment, then these will go as well. There's 40 thick, no, there's only one thick hide. There's eye level 40, I got confused then. Okay, that's all those done. So with that done, we're at 8 gold 35. So I want to vendor those off in a moment, but first, let's have a look at my other things I can do. My usual stuff, linen and weapons, I think will be the next thing to do. Let's run a shopping scan on the weapons. And that's only from the one shuffle. Wow, 24 gold from just the one shuffle is fantastic, Bumblebee. Really good. Click on them and get them. It will stop the scan so you don't wait. Oh right, in terms of like click on them as they come through. Yeah, I prefer to let the scan run and then pick them up as it finishes off. But I can see your meaning. If you find a good bargain, then it's worth stopping the scan and grabbing it. Definitely. Newvin, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the better deals get sniped fast. Yeah, that does happen. Anyone who's running a sniper at the same time will likely pick those up. Definitely. I'm hoping for some sub 15 silver weapons here. You never know really. If I can get something around 11 silver, that's really nice. But at the moment we're currently looking at 15 silver, so that's a couple of silver on average, depending on how lucky I am with my disenchants of these weapons. We're basically looking to see if we can increase our 8 gold 35 now, even more, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But how's everyone's week of gold making been? Have you? I expect most people are at level 60 now, aren't they? I'm way behind on the whole classic front. I haven't had much time at all to level this week. You get quests for 1 gold 50 now. I know, that's the thing. I really do need to level, Mushy. This is very much the smaller end of the market when you're at the early stages, certainly. I'm still looking at the silvers and the coppers rather than the golds, but I understand what you mean. It's that thing where mainly leveling is the most important thing to do, which I will do later on today. See if I can catch myself up. Make use of that rested XP I've got. Sure would be level 60 if you kept to one character, but I can't do that. That's fair enough. Not playing Classic, but you did make your first million from the auction house and retail this weekend. Oh, congratulations, Adriana. Congratulations. That first million mark is a really nice milestone. Congratulations on that. Let's see, lots of thumbs up and Brutosaur emotes, Adriana. Congratulations. You're only level 32. Have too much fun flipping, stockpiling and working the auction house. Well, exactly, Kanga. Do what's fun for you, that's what I say. And for me, fun has been making videos this week, so that's been my focus. I'm going to buy a few of these at the 15 silver mark. That should at least get me some decent margins if I get enough. Let's go up to 16, I think. There's a few here. And the opaque ones, a couple of those. Those seem to go quite well. Wicked Blackjack, I'll take that one. And then we could go all the way up to 17 silver here. The more we do, the better our averages will work out. So let's take a few more. 1678, starting to get a little bit close here. So let's leave it at that. And then whilst I'm here, let's do a quick look on the linen cloth. Just to see if we can find some. Oh, there's good ones here at 24 copper. I'll take those. And the 26 copper, there's a couple of those. And then we're up to 34, which I could turn into a small profit, but I'm going to leave that at the moment. I do want to just check on silk, though, just to see what the prices are doing at the moment. Ah, Bacon Bits, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. I've had a lovely weekend so far. I haven't been able to catch a stream lately. It's good to see you. Good to see you too. I hope you've been doing well with your streams. For those that haven't checked out Bacon Bits, she's an awesome gold maker, as there are many around there. Also has lovely doggos as well. Bits. 7, 8. But be sure to check her out. She has a lovely stream, and occasionally you'll get the dogs singing in the background as well. And Frosteel, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And Lizard GM, how are you? Hope you're also having a good week of gold making. Thanks for stopping by. Right, we're going to go over and check our mailbox. So let's go have a look, see if we can turn some of those into a few extra bits and pieces. Make a few extra silver, and then I think, given that we really need to be doing some levelling, we'll probably jump into that after this. So I have a few things here that have sold. We actually have a mailbox of 1 gold 14 here. So we've sold 3 small silk packs, 25 strange dust. So those have come through from a previous session. That must have been my last one when I was doing the video on Monday, I think. Bloody Fire, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. So let's take the sales. That's going to be good. And then let's take all of them. For now, we're going to have to wheedle out those that were the vendor items and those that we're going to disenchant. Let's just have a look. I'm going to cancel out of that because I've got too many things in here at the moment. So some of these early ones are all for vendoring. So let's go do those first, and then we'll look at the disenchant ones after that. Because we should get some vendor sales from this. So we went as far as Patchwork Cloak, Murloc Eye, all these random bits and pieces. Fish oil, spider, intestines, flask of oil, thick hide and the shadow silk and the spider silk. And then we're on to the stuff that we need to disenchant. So let's go pick up everything else. We might even break the 10 gold mark after this. That'll be a first. Let's take all of those and some linen cloth. And then, so these are all of our disenchants. Let's go through all of those, and we'll do all of these at the moment. Gold and Robgar, thank you both for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Did I vendor the spider silk? I did, because this was simply going to be a vendor flip. The reason being that I bought them for under vendor sell price. So I'm just focusing on a vendor flip here. I could put them on the auction house, but for me at the moment I'm just running through these at the moment in terms of just turning them straight around into a few extra copper, just to add to what I've got at the moment. Getting a good number of greater magic essences here. That's a really lucky start so far. Keep those for the spider silk boots. Oh right, okay. There's going to be something later on I could use them for. Or we'll go visit the, as they're cheap then, let's go visit the vendor and take those back. No point, if we got them cheap, no point wasting the gold if we could use it on something bigger later. Let's just go have a look at that. Got loads of greater magic essences there. That was really good. So go on to this. Let's go into the buyback. So which one was it? The Iron Web Spider Silk. Was that the one? Not the actual Shadow Silk. If we buy back those, we purchased them for 25 silver. The vendor sell price is 25. So they must have been exactly that. All spider silks are quite nice. Okay. So Shadow Silk and Iron Web Spider. Well, tell you what. Let's have a look. And let's go bring up Wowhead. And let's go have a look at what tailoring recipes are used in what uses spider silk. Let's go to classic. And where's my little bar here? We'll go into spells. Where is it? The database. Spells. And then we should be able to go to professions here. Where is it? Hold on, let me just go back. My menu's a bit small at the moment. So where it's got, we could do professions, but I like the list you get with spells. Let me just have another look at this. Spells, then professions and skills, and then tailoring. That's what I wanted to do. So here we can have a list of, this is in reverse order. I want it in skill level, in reverse skill level. Hold on, I don't think this is quite what I wanted. Boots of Darkness and all of those. Okay, we're here. This is what we want. Okay, so let's just go down and have a look at anything spiderweb-like, especially in the early stages. So here's our first one, Spider Silk, for Spider Silk boots. And then we have Spider Silk, more Spider Silk there, and more Spider Silk there for all of these early ones. Okay, and then thick Spider Silk for Enchanter's Cowl. And more thick there. So it goes into thick after that. And then let's see what happens. Big J, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And now we're moving into Shadow Silk. So this is into Shadow Weave pants, I think. Oh, Senzas, thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream? Hope you're doing well. Thanks ever so much for the raid. Welcome everybody from Senza's stream. I hope you had a lovely time. What were you doing today, Sensors? Were you doing more gold making? Was it classic or vanilla? And classic or vanilla, classic or retail? And have you had your internet sorted out? Just doing retail gold making. Oh, fantastic! I hope the markets are doing all right for you. I really haven't checked them in a while. And Pro Style, thank you very much for using your Prime. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's see a lot of emotes for Pro Style. Thank you very much for your support. Really is appreciated. Oh, thank you very much, Pro Style. That's very kind of you. Oh, did you have a link in there earlier, Robgar? That was for the Shadow Silk reagent. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so for Shadow Silk is used in Parachute Cloak, Shadow Weave Boots. So these are all tailoring. Oh, there's engineering one there. But yeah, it is a higher list of tailoring items there. And what about the Iron Web side Spider Silk, I wonder? There it is. Iron Web Spider Silk is a reagent for. Oh, some interesting ones here. This is in classic, isn't it? Yes, it is. Core fell cloth bag. Wow, that's a interesting one. Glacial gloves. There's quite a lot of stuff here as well. And then some higher level tailoring. The fell cloth bag there. That's interesting. Is that a soul bag? Yes, it is a soul bag. Okay, there's quite a lot of stuff there. Okay, let's buy these back and keep hold of them. Just in case. There we go. Okay, we'll keep those for the moment. There we go. Internet's been good for a few weeks now, so you're glad. Oh, excellent. Glad you got it sorted out. Having internet that's not working is one of the worst curses of a streamer, certainly. Insect, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. So we'll probably put those in the bank, I think. That Spider Silk. We'll keep hold of those for later. I would like to level up my professions. At least get them to 225. But I would really like to get to level 35 so I can take them all the way to 30. Because that's where most of the gold will be at this point. I think. Let's put some of this fish in here as well, as we have been doing a spot of fishing, and those can go in there. And then we've got 14 Greater Magic Essence. That's pretty decent. Let's carry on with that. Solka, thank you very much for the follow. It's just slightly working, which is almost more frustrating. Yes, I can imagine. My internet does occasionally just completely drop out, which is really frustrating because it completely just throws the stream out, which is a bit of a shame. So let's turn all those Greater Magic Essences that we got a good chunk of them. So let's go make ourselves some Greater Magic Wands. So how are we doing? We have... How much lesser do we have? We just have the one, so 14 greater. We already have one simple wood. So let's buy ourselves 13 simple wood. We'll use TSM for this because it's quicker. Let's buy simple wood. Type in 13. And now we can make ourselves 14 Greater Magic Wands, which we're going to vendor straight away. I haven't checked the price on them actually. Min buyout is 17.45, so there is potential there to actually sell a couple. Maybe we'll just make a couple and put those on the auction house as well. We've got the strange dust, we'll use that, definitely. The lesser magic essence we'll keep. And the linen cloth we'll need to make into something. We could make that into linen bags perhaps. Hoping to get to a point where you can stream full-time. Energy is contagious. Oh, thank you, ProStar. It's very kind of you to say so. It is an ultimate goal for me to give up the day job and do this, but I'm going to have to work on it sort of in the background so that this is able to grow organically over the next few months, really. And we'll see what happens, basically. But that is the eventual aim. That is the intention. Touch wood. We'll get there. We'll get there one wand at a time. It may take us a little while, but we'll get there. So we're currently at 8 gold 7. Now we were at, I think, 8 gold 45, but I think realistically that was more like 9 gold 50 I was at last time I left it. So if we can get ourselves over 10 gold, that would be really good. Did I buy the digital TwitchCon ticket? No, I didn't. Is that for the TwitchCon that's just gone, or is that for the one that's coming early next year? Oh, BlizzCon. No, I haven't got the virtual ticket this time. I wasn't sure whether to get it or not. I'm tempted. I've got the balance in my WoW balance from selling some tokens, so hopefully I should be able to spare it for a virtual ticket. How much is the virtual ticket these days? Is it 20 or 30? I can't remember. You get the onesie. Oh yes, I've seen people with the onesie. That looks brilliant. Found because of the TSM series. Oh, thank you, ProStel. Yes, that's my focus at the moment, is to make sure that the YouTube is growing at the same time or even quicker than the Twitch, so that they feed off each other. Really, that's the ultimate aim, certainly. Wow, it's 40, is it? Oh, okay, that's quite expensive. I would have to sell some of my gold to get that into a Blizzard Battle.net balance, and the token price has gone up as well, hasn't it? I haven't checked it recently. Last time, yeah, 4 tokens. I've already got at least 2. I've got over 20 of Battle.net balance. I've also bought 6 months game time on Samadan, and I bought the pre-order for Warcraft 3. So I made sure I got all of those. I've got a feeling there's going to be something to do with Warcraft 3 announced at BlizzCon. I reckon they're going to have a playable demo of it, is my guess. Right, so we won't sell all of these. We'll keep some to put on the... let's keep 2 to put on the auction house. I'll sell some of those. Oh, look at that, 9 gold and 91. We're going to have to... I'm going to sell one more, just because I want to get over that 10 gold mark. There we go, 10 gold. That's a milestone for me. You know, iconic classic WoW hat, like the chef's hat in modern WoW. Yeah, that would definitely be good. Surprise release Warcraft 3 at BlizzCon. Here's hoping. I reckon so, because they said it would be before. They said it would be before December, and I reckon they should be ready for it by then. Oh, Robgar, thank you very much. 4 months, best gold making stream and YouTube channel. Chill and inspiring to watch. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind words, and thank you ever so much for your support. Really is appreciated. Let's see, a bit of everything for Robgar. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm very interested to see Warcraft 3 come out, because I haven't played it since. Many years ago. And I'm holding off, just like I held off playing the sort of the demos and stuff of Classic until it actually got released. I'm going to do the same with Warcraft 3. Okay, so let's see Greater Magic Wands. Currently it's 7 silver 50. So we could vendor them for 15.35. What's our posting price for one? At 2 hours, it's only 76 copper. So I think that's worth, given where we are at. Let's post one on and see if any budding priests that are leveling up would like a wand, because they're really handy. Can't remember anything from Warcraft 3. I just remember the off I go then, and more work. What is it? Diablo 4 coming soon. Yeah, that's pretty. That would be pretty cool too. I've never really played the Diablo series. I've only kind of tried them out once or twice. Mimi G, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well this fine Sunday evening. That will be a need for a long beta season for Warcraft 3. No, I'm pretty sure now they'll literally just they'll just release it really. I'm not that kind of orc. I don't remember that one. Me not that kind of orc. I think it was like, wasn't it? What's the best way of taking advantage of multiple characters when making gold? Interesting question, Morning Fog. I would say, for me personally, it would always be professions. That's what I really like doing with, whether it's retail or classic, is using professions and using professions with other professions, because I'm sure you can find little combinations that allow you to maximize the amount of gold you make. So if I was going to be doing that with multiple characters, that would be my first aim, is to get every profession. Oh, I need to put some strange dust on. Let's go pop that on as well. Let's do that one. Daily cooldowns would be good. For tailoring, I believe Mooncloth is quite a good one. And I believe there's one for alchemy as well. There's a good daily kill. This is classic wise, certainly. Retail, there's plenty of different ones in there. So strange dust is currently looking at 1 silver 40. What did I sell it for last? An average of 1 silver and 8. So that's okay. We can go on for that price. The Arcanite Transmute. Okay, Robgar, thank you. SMNG, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Finally glad to catch the stream. Well, welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Now, I could... Oh, there we go. We sold the Greater Magic Wand. Maybe I should have made more of those, because that's a couple of extra silver on top of the vendor sell price. But I really wanted to get over that 10 gold mark, so there we go. Although, that said, there were some that were quite good in terms of weapon disenchants that we didn't pick up. Maybe we could do some more, but I'll leave that for now. I don't want to get too wrapped up in the auction house at this stage. Tempting as it is to spend all my time on the auction house, I do need to level. So let's have a look. I'm thinking to not go at the 1 silver 40 here, and come in here at the 1 silver 55, because there's a bit of a jump. We can go maximum on this. I only have 6 anyway, so let's post those on. Did that actually go on? Yes, it did. Okay, so that's done, that's done. That's posted on. The rest of those I'm going to keep for myself for the moment. Check the price of Greater Magic Essence on the auction house. Yeah, we could do with that. Let's have a look. So let's look at Greater and Lesser. Worth checking them both. So Lesser's coming in at 497. and there's no Greater Magic Essence that's less than 14.95. That's my ballpark on it. Let me just check the actual Greater Magic Essence. Actually, how high does it go? So it is at 14.98. So we could potentially, we could make a few silver on these, going to the 15 silver mark. And how much is a wood? It's only a few copper. I think it's 9 copper. So, and then we've got, what have we got for the posting cost? It was a few extra copper on that as well. Was it 70 copper? So let's say, let's round that up to 1 silver. So the shopping operation for Greater Magic Essence that I have is literally just on a fixed price. So I go onto my group here, Greater Magic Essence is literally just a fixed value of 14 silver 95. So under shopping here, anything under 14 silver 95 gets shown. And I've got show auctions above max price here turned off, which is why none showed in my first shopping scan. And then Lesser Magic Essence is 4 silver 98. Level 59 and 1 bolt. Oh, congratulations, Mushy. Buy missing things for quests. As in, like, all the different things that people need to turn in for quests. If I knew what those were, that would certainly make a good list. Great, thanks. TSM videos helped a lot. Leveling seems to have suffered as a consequence. Yes, that's exactly the position I've been. I'm having far too much fun making videos and playing the auction house, which is why I'm still only level 23. Ah, you didn't have a space under between the 4 silver and the 98. Ah, okay. That's good to know. It's always the simple errors that catch us out. So I think we could do a little flip here. Let's take a few of these. We're not going to take a load. Let's just take 4, because they still got to sell on the auction house. And if they're going for 15 silver, so we're probably going to make about a 1 silver profit once we take the auction house cut into account. So it's not a massive amount. So you got these for less than 15 silver. So we'll take those. So there's 4 of those. Then we take the simple wood, which I believe is 9 copper. Let's just double check that. So simple wood is down here. Oh, it's actually 34 copper. It's more than I thought. So we're looking at our listing fee here. We don't want our listing fee to be too high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll take those. And then we'll make these integrated magic wands. And we'll see if we can get any extra sales, seeing as that first one sold very quickly. Has TSM been fixed for Classic? You followed my guide to do manual scans with the other add-on. So now I want to fix it back if it's updated. Yes, it is V3 NOM. It's definitely updated. I've got a new video on it that goes through all the latest details. I'm currently going through my tailoring and enchanting. So now you don't need to use auctioneer or auctionator. You do /TSM scan, and then that will add to the pool of data that TSM is already collecting from everybody else. Make sure you go onto the TSM website and register your classic realm as well as your retail ones, so that the app will then get you the right data, because it's got DB market data and DB historical data, which is really useful. Still doesn't show, even though they're for a cheaper price. Does the website not work for Europe? That's strange. Are you thinking Booty Bay Gazette, Mushy? Or is that... I'm thinking TSM. When you go onto the... Because I have... If I go onto my TSM here, I've added in EU Mirage Raceway Alliance. Currently says updating. Last updated 6th of the 10th. You still need to /tsm scan every time you log in. I assumed that this was working, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to check with the team then. Doesn't show up for you either. Okay, maybe. Let me have a look. Let me look on the website. Hold on. So if I go into here and not on there. Where actually is it? Let's look home. And then let's go. I can't remember where it is now, actually. It used to be here. Select the realm after view your dashboard. So select a realm. Is classic in here? Maybe it's not. Maybe they've changed it. They did have it. Okay. Maybe they've had to take it off. Okay. You found yours on there. Okay. Ohal, thank you very much for using your Prime. Very much appreciated. It's not showing your app either. Yeah, it's still it's on my app, but it's just saying updating at the moment. So maybe there is an issue with it at the moment. We'll have a look at that a bit later. But thank you, Ohal. Thank you very much for your support. It really is appreciated. Let's see a lot of emotes for you. Thank you very much. Welcome on board. But although mine does seem to be stuck on updating, so I wonder if there is an issue with it. Something to keep an eye on, perhaps. Welcome. Not watched much other than my YouTube videos yet. They're so helpful. Also, thanks for pronouncing your name right. I think that was a lucky guess, but you're welcome. Welcome on board. I hope you have many gold making adventures to come. Added the server on the site, but it doesn't show up on the TSM plugin. Just shows retail versions. Oh, right. Interesting. Wonder why it's working for some and not for others. Something to look into. Okay, we're still at 750 here, so let's go in at this point and post. Now, what was the... Now, we don't want to do 24 hour because that's 9 silver. We really just want to do that. So the 76 plus the 34 of the wood means a 1 silver cost. So our things were 15, just under 15 silver. So that means a 16 silver total cost, including deposit fee. So we should make, on average, 1 silver 50 for each of these ones. So let's put 4 on and see what happens. We might get some more sales, which would be nice. As we level, we'll carry on with that. But we definitely need to be doing some leveling now. So I think what I'll do is pop on over to my guide, where I need to go to Darkshore. So I need to head on over here in Hearthstone. Make sure I've got everything done. Yeah, okay. Let's start with that. Yours updated 15 minutes ago. Okay. Excuse me. McMahey, thank you very much for stopping by. Actually had the urge to play retail this weekend. It was great. Yeah, I mean, I still love retail. I really like to go through the war campaign and finish that one off because the story has been absolutely amazing. That's true. It doesn't explain why your operation doesn't work. Definitely. Buddy of mine and I are going to start playing. I was wondering what professions you would recommend. You're going to play mage and your friend's warlock. Both PvP and PvE. Was thinking mage, alchemy, herbalism, and lock enchanting tailor. First time that's on WoW, and if there's an add-on we need. I would maybe start not necessarily with professions in their entirety. Maybe try something like skinning and herbalism and mining, the gathering professions, just so that you can do that whilst you're leveling. and then once you're comfortable with the game and how it works, then maybe move into those ones. But those are great professions. Alchemy and herbalism definitely work well together, as does enchanting and tailoring. So if you fancy those professions, definitely go with them. Herbalism is great once you're 60. Enchanting is great whilst leveling, so you can disenchant the greens. Exactly, yeah. Twilightning, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Does anyone else see the error? Let's have a look. So maximum auction price 14 silver, 90 copper. That looks correct to me. I don't see anything wrong with that. Greater magic essence. Show auctions above max price is shown. No, that looks absolutely right to me. I have no idea why that one's not working, Brumblefell. Try doing just like 1 gold or something like that. See what that does. I've been playing nothing but classic about halfway to your Mount Gold. Just using my teaching with TSM. Been skinning and herbing your maize at 36 now. Oh, fantastic. Frank Ultra, that's really good to hear. Been reading a lot and watching guides. Well, exactly, that's the best way to learn, certainly. Absorb all that information. What's that? Cafe Lanthor. Good evening to you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. May help to actually have the items in the group. Oh, of course, Brumblefile. That's another one I often mistake. Brilliant. I think that one's caught me out before. I think I was looking for silk the other day, and I didn't have any silk cloth in my group. Katurus, how are you? I hope you're doing well. We're just starting some leveling here, so we're going to head on over this direction, and we need some relics. So let's go and do this whilst... Oh, we need to actually be over there, so let's follow this path around. I think that'll be easier. Or we can just go through the building. That might work as well. Wonder whether Gallywix invented TSM. Most likely, I think. And locks don't really need gold till 40 because of the free mount, right? I don't know whether the quest requires anything extra that you might need a certain gold investment. I've never played a warlock at that high level, so I couldn't say for sure. Perhaps others in the chat will be able to advise. Right, let's go through here. Let's boost that one up. Get my buffs going. These are all grey, so I'm going to ignore them. Carry on past this area. Besides the skills and the demon skills, yeah, you do need to get those certainly. So you will need a little bit of gold for that certainly. Nocturne Plays, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Can't remember if you had to pay anything extra for the warlock. No, I have no idea on that one. How could you set TSM to never sell below vendor with the auction house cut included? Would that be my newest guide? I don't have one including the vendor stuff specifically as a generic calculation because it's not always exactly the same per item. I think the best idea is to... I'm putting like a ballpark on it by adding a few extra percentages on my vendor sell price, but that doesn't necessarily cover everything. You could look at, it's a percentage of... Now, what is it? Oh, there we go. Where's a Greater Magic Wand gone? I can't remember the exact formula of it, but it's the auction house listing fee is based off of the vendor sell price, not the vendor buy price, so the price that the vendor would pay you for the item. And it's a percentage of that, but there's a little bit more involved on that because there's a certain amount of rounding involved. I'd have to look up the exact formula for it, but if you can find that and add that in to your vendor sell plus -1 copper, then I think you might be able to incorporate it in there. But I'd have to actually run the numbers and have a look. I'm going off memory at the moment. Des Neod, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Currently just running our way through Darkshore at the moment. Lock Valley Epic Mount quest cost a lot, but the level 40 mount isn't any more than normal level 40 spells, as far as you know. Okay, so it is quite reasonably priced then. That's good to know. Now you've got it working. Ah, fantastic. Good to hear. It's 30% for 2 hours, 40% for 8, and 60 for 24 hours. Okay, I thought it was a linear price between like the 2 hour was 4 times cheaper than the 8 hour, but maybe I've got that wrong. You can use your epic mount mats for other players too. Possible gold making option. Oh right, so you can help others out, and so if you share the quest and pass the materials on, is that how it works? Well, these are still okay. Well, these are 16. I haven't got these yet. So these are still grey to me though. So we're going to have to work our way through here. I could just run through. How far do I actually need to go? Oh, we are actually here, so let's move on around to the path and go in a proper direction, I think. What do we actually need here? Enter the building, follow the path, follow the road, click the relics. Okay, let's go around this way. This should be easier. You believe the quest is get the mount like you would in for the Void Walker and the Succubus. One of the items is a vendor thing for 250 gold. Wow, that isn't consumed on use. Oh, interesting. Okay. Good evening, Bjork the Troll. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well this fine evening. We're currently doing a little bit of levelling. I'm not actually paying attention to where I am or what I'm doing, which is kind of dangerous. There's a relic here, which is what we're here for. So we need to collect 6 of these. So we'll go through all of these. We'll follow the little questy tooltips here, which should help us on this. There's a few Naga here. These are a decent level, so actually let's do a few, get some XP whilst we're here. There's no point us just collecting quest items up when there's mobs to kill as well. According to Wildhead Classic, it's 15% for 2, 30 for 8, and 60 for 24. And then greatly increased for the neutral auction house. Okay. That's good to know. So I guess you would factor in that at some point. Right, these are going down quite quickly, which is quite nice. The extra XP would be certainly useful. We can collect up these relics as we go round. We've definitely got some creepy music going on here though. So let's carry on here. Do my rotation. I do like having a simple rotation. I think this is why Classic is suiting my playstyle at the moment. There's only a few spells to remember. Right, let's carry on round. See if we can collect a few things up. You could, a lot of the mats you don't need on bids just before you log out, bid on a bunch of them. Can you not bid on your own auctions though? Is that one of the downsides to that method? Let's go, we're going around this way, aren't we? Let's find another one here. There is a certain advantage to just fighting greens because it's quite easy and quick, especially with rested XP. I think this is why Zygol gets you going to zones that are slightly under your level rather than your level and higher. Boy, sounds perfect for a Sunday evening. Thank you very much. I do like. I was doing on a strange note. I was actually doing some yoga for the first time this weekend. That was kind of relaxing for a weekend, but it stretched me in ways I didn't know I could stretch. Right, we need some more relics. There's one over there, so let's head in this direction. Getting some extra copper whilst we go. Well, this one's 21. Okay. Actual yellow one. Oh yeah. You get a lot of silk and wool at 60 to 70 copper, and they sell at close to double. Oh, that's pretty good. I know wool is holding its price quite well, and it can be a bit of a stumbling block as you're leveling up your tailoring. So it's worth seeing if you can flip it into something else. Certainly. Oh, getting them on bid. Oh, right, okay, just getting things at the end. Yeah, that's definitely worth doing if you can get some good ones. You just can't put everything on stretch without bending your bones oddly. Oh, that doesn't sound quite so good. No, you don't want to do yourself an injury, certainly. Make sure you update his Igor. The Alliance Efficiency Patch came out on Friday. They have a blog explaining what that is. Oh, right, okay, I don't think I've done that actually. Thank you for the heads up. I forget to actually have the app on an update, so let's just... I haven't done that yet, so we'll carry on where we are at the moment, but that's definitely something to make sure I do for the next bit. Has there been much changed since the last one? Have I seen Bayart's Classic Routes for TSM? Yes, I started using them when I first got into Classic, just to see what kind of items there were in there, but it was too many for me to be able to keep a decent track of, so I ended up just making my own in the end, because for me that suits my style of keeping it contained and expanding it as I learn, basically. Oh, thank you very much. Is that due date or doo date? But thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. You can with knee straight up, your hand flat on the floor, and you can suck your toes. Wow, and scratch your ear with your toes even. Wow, that's quite the accomplishment. I don't think I could do that. Exactly, Bramblefar. Alright, let's carry on. We need some more relics. Let's do a little loop around here. So we need to head maybe a little bit north. We can go round, but let's do this one first. It reminds me of the robot boss with a child's heart in Ulduar. Whenever a player dies, oh, I guess it doesn't bend that way. Yeah, pretty much. Is there a relic over there? There is. Okay, let's go get that one. I'm sure we should have more than 2 out of 6 here. Are we not actually getting relics? Are they just duds? Let me just have a check of this. We got cat figurine. Are we checking for actual... We don't get the right relic every time. So that one's... Oh, that one's a relic. Okay. So we may not get everything we want. Do I want to go down here? That's a question. No, at the moment. I'm going to carry on round here for the moment. We'll just keep searching up here. We'll work our way down, and then I'll maybe go down that area. Let's clear this area of mobs. Look for relics whilst we're here. That should be okay for the moment, I think. Where are we looking? Just checking my cursor on the areas near me. I'm sure there should be some around here. This central area looks like it would be a prime place for some relics. Let's see what happens further in. Oh, Oreo's disappeared. You can just turn this camera off for the moment. Then you can see the top end of the Zygol guide. This is what it's actually telling me to do at this current stage. I'm getting a few extra bits and pieces here. Anything relic-wise? Oh, this looks interesting. I'm not sure I really want to go down here. I think that's for something later, perhaps. We're just going around the edge. That looks a bit dangerous. But maybe not. Oh, got a stun out of that one. That doesn't help. I need to probably up my killing speed here. We are taking this rather slowly when it comes to running around. Oh, there's a relic. Hopefully that's a cat figurine though. We want an actual relic, hopefully. Don't think these help. No, that is just a cat figurine. So where's the relics themselves? Let's follow this one over here. Let's follow the guide. There should be some more to the north though. So we'll have a look at that. I'll go down this way. See if that one's respawned, and then we'll go north. Just need to catch this one before it runs away too far. Yeah, got some lupine leggings of agility. And then if there's not one over here, because I think this is where we started looking anyway for our relic. Can't see one obvious around here, so... Oh, there's a myrmidon there. I need to get that one going. Good evening, sorry, good morning Dave, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. How's your classic journey going? Oh, there's another one here. Maybe let's get that one whilst we're here. Get an extra one. One of those and one of those. Starting to run a bit low on mana though, so we'll carry on for the moment. Doing well. Glad to catch me. Oh, thank you very much. 15 gold away from your epic mount. Oh, fantastic. Congratulations on that. That's not too far at all to go. That's a great milestone. Captain Miners, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're just going after some relics at the moment. I'm hoping there's some over here, but it looks like there's been someone already through here. So I'm going to head north instead. See if I can find some around here. Let's go this way. Why do I play Alliance? Random question. Why do I play Alliance over Horde? No real particular reason. It's mainly because I prefer playing human. I mean, way back when I first played MMOs, I played EverQuest, and I was a human ranger back then. And it's just been my preferred race to go for with MMOs. There's no particular reason for like Alliance versus Horde or anything like that. It is simply down to I prefer playing humans. So whether there were Horde humans, that would still be a thing for me. Oops, there we go. Bob is 32. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. And Spirit Wolf, thanks both for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. My TSM videos have guided you so well. Another EverQuest veteran, exactly, Dave. Yes, that's what got me into the whole MMOs scene. I mean, I was very close to EverQuest I knew it was around, and I didn't play it when it first came out because I was like, I know that this is the kind of game that I'm going to spend a lot of time playing, and I just avoided it. It wasn't until I went and changed jobs and started working at Rare, and then there was a load of people there that were also playing EverQuest, and they said, oh yeah, you should give it a go. And then we ended up getting together and made a little group, and yeah, EverQuest was loads of fun for a long time. Gnome Enchanter here, the life it was. Yeah, exactly. Everyone wanting Crack from the Enchanters and Spirit of Wolf from the Rangers and the Druids. It was a good time. I mean, it's nice now being able to give people power word fortitude, because that's very similar to how it was in EverQuest. You know, people really wanting the buffs that you could provide. Especially Spirit of the Wolf, because it was a speed boost. Speed boost. Everyone loved that one. Let's do that. Do one of those. We haven't got much in the way of damage here, so let's start with the wands. See if we can get something going here. And we've only got 3 of our relics, so we're definitely low on the relics here. We need to do better. Let's go further north, see if we can find some. Let's loot these whilst we're here. And then we'll work our way forward. I'm going to have to open my bags. We did go further down here in the end, didn't we? Okay, so let's work my way around this side. Looks like we've got a fair few mobs to work our way through to get here. Don't want to start getting complacent though. I'm doing it just one at a time, because I know, like that, I'm going to start aggroing things. So I have to be careful. There we go, it's got a rotation going. How do you adjust stack size to post with TSM? So you've got 2 different options. So it's per group of items. They all have the same stack size. So you go into here, into your groups, and say your posting operation. If we go into this one. So the posting operation here is, the post cap is the number of stacks to post. So this is 5. And the stack size here is 20. So if you wanted to change that to, say, 15, you just change that down. And then you do up to 5 stacks of 15 that way. And you can do multiple groups, so you could have multiple posting operations. So you could have one posting operation that does 1 stack of 20, and then you can have another posting operation underneath that does 2 stacks of 10, and then another one underneath that does 1 stack of 5, and then another one that does 5 stacks of 1. So you can add lots of different operations to the same group. I'll put this back to 20 though, because that's what I've got for this one at the moment. So you want to sell 4 times 10 of the true silver bars. Yes, so what you do there is literally change your posting operation from here. So the post cap to be 4, whoops, that's 4, and then your stack size would be 10, like that. And then if you want allow partial stack, you turn that off. So you literally just want to do 4 stacks of 10. Otherwise, if you had 40 but you only had, say, 35, then it would do 3 stacks of 10 and 1 stack of 5. So that's if you have allow partial stacks off. If you have allow partial stacks on, then it will split it. Hopefully that makes sense. So okay, take that back and put that back to 20. And thankfully I've not been killed in this time, which is useful. I am looking for a relic here, which I think must be over here. Yeah, that's the one, I think. I need to loot that mob that's behind me though. So we'll do that in a moment, once you've gone through everything. Ethos87, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Oh, I haven't got my armour on at the moment. We're just currently going through and doing a spot of levelling. Getting ourselves some relics. Is that another relic? Oh, that is. Even better. If we can get this one and the other one, we'll be onto a good position. There's one, and then over here, I believe there's another one. Vladis Sphere, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Okay, one more relic to go after this. Okay, where should we find one? I bet you there's another one around here somewhere. Maybe. Let's just clear these other mobs and see what happens. Too cold for the fan, but too warm without it. Oh, right. I'm definitely much more cold-blooded, so I prefer to keep things cool as much as I can. I get grumpy when I get too hot. I'm getting a decent amount of XP for these, which is nice to see, and a fair amount of loot. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more relics around here though. I can't see any, obviously. And then this is all, yeah, that's hard to get into. So let's make our way back out. And map-wise, we need to go more across here. That's where one would be, I reckon. So let's head over this way. And if there's anything in our range as we go, then we'll loot that at the same time. Nothing in there. Let's see what we've got up here. Ah, there's one down there. Okay, looks like we will have to go down. Looks like there's a couple here. That will do us. They look like small greyish coloured stone objects. That's absolutely right. There's that one done. And that one. And here we go. Okay, what are we going to have after this? That's those. We need to talk to someone over here. Okay, so looks like... can I get up here easily? This looks like it would be a dead end. I'm going to go up and over this ridge, I think. Otherwise I'll get stuck down there. Let's clear the way as we go. That should be better. Let me just do that and do that. Oh no, I've got some more spells to do here. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. Love how they reincorporated those cat figurines into Nazjatar as being gifts for Queen Nazjatar. Oh really? Oh, that's a lovely idea. I like that. I don't know what the cat figurines are for, but it's quite kind of cool to have them. Make yourself. Good evening to you. You got your BFA Pathfinder today. Now back to Classic. Oh, congratulations on the Pathfinder. That really does make life a lot easier in BFA. It really does. So congratulations on that. I know it takes a while to get it, but yeah, it's pretty good. I think especially when it comes to alts as well. Just being able to jump on and run around really helps. Rather fly around. Okay, there's someone up here. Do you whilst I'm here. Can I get through the hill? Looks like I can. Doesn't help being stunned. Right, okay, you're done. And you're done. We should get to level 24 today, I think. Now, oh, there's loads to kill over here. This is worth doing as we're leveling up anyway. And we've got rested XP. So let's carry on whilst we're here. Classic brought you back. Realised you need a gold farm on retail to maintain your sub. Started biting off more than you can chew. Trying to get flying. Oh, got an extra one here. Hold on. Didn't realise I got extra. There we go. Do that and that. Level all the professions. Keep a stock of profitable craftables and have enough for your sub. Leveling professions is expensive. It does get expensive, especially now that you have to do your professions in different chunks. I found alchemy was incredibly expensive to level up when you're time prohibited. If you've got the time to go out and get the herbs yourself, then that does help, or rather to find them cheaply on the auction house. If you've got the time to wait for the good deals, then you can do alchemy cheaper, but yeah, I found it was very expensive. Just remind yourself that you can now actually fly. Still forget half the time. Yeah, I can imagine. Especially if you've been playing Classic for a while. Oh, what's that down there? No, nothing too significant. So where are we headed? Okay, we're going to pick up a quest over here. That should be easy enough to do. Accept gyromast retrieval. There you are on that Gelkak gyromast. 3/4 of the way through. Collect that up. Okay, so collect. Kill crawler enemies around this area. They look like crabs. Yep, they certainly do. Collect the bottom of his key. Okay. Reef crawlers it is then. It's fairly nice to be able to just do the passive mobs without having to worry too much about stuff. Well, these do have quite a fair amount of not XP, hit points on them. It's nice that they don't run away though. That makes things a little bit easier. I don't know what the drop rate is of these. See if we can go a little bit faster. So, Raging Reef Crawler, Gyromast, bottom of Gelkak's key. Right. We've got a lot of stuff coming in here. So let's just clear out some of these clams. Was that all of them? No, not quite. There we go. Okay. A few more bits over here. There's another crawler over there. Mind Blast and keep on going. Okay, so that and that and that. Fine, just going to stretch my legs out a little bit. Okay, I can see some more over there. Let's keep following them around. Ah, there we go, we got the key. Fantastic. So next job is to head over here. Kill grey mist enemies around this area underwater. Okay, this is where I wish I had my hydrocane, because it really helps on the underwater things. Grey mist tide hunter. So it's the murlocs we need now. I'm not sure how densely populated they are here. Murlocs can always be tricky to fight, especially as they move so fast. But this is for another part, the middle of the key. Okay, there's one over there. See people flying around. Carry on with that one. It looks like there's a few elsewhere. Okay, I might have to dive down a little bit. Water's nice and clear here. That's quite cool. Oh, there's loads here. Okay, so let's just exercise caution. I think I'll decline the group at the moment, actually, because I'm looking for single things. Very kind of them to offer. Because the thing I've got here with single groups is, with collecting items, is I'm not after killing things quickly. I'm more after the items. And if they have a low drop rate, then it can be tricky. So there we go. Now we've got the middle. Now we can move on out of the area. When did I start streaming? Oh, we've got an aggro here. Hold on. We've just literally had my 2-year anniversary. Back in beginning of September was when I started streaming. So I've been going for 2 years. I was streaming for a lot more frequently than I am now. But I wanted to shift the balance so that I was making sure I had time with my lovely family. So I've scaled that back in order to spend time with them, as well as be able to do all my work and everything else. The lobster folk or Makura were when Nzos prime underwater minion race before he created the Naga. I reckon that's a good shout, certainly. Okay, giant forest striders is the next part for his key. His key has really been completely decimated, hasn't it? Let's get a few of these. Luckily, so far, the drop rate has been good. Let's just keep going. There's a few around here. I can see. I don't know what the other parts of the key are going to be. Probably maybe some of these. I'm not so sure though. I'd really like to get to... There's a couple of things I want to do. One is get to level 24. Another thing is I want to get there's a azure cloak that I want to get in Darnassus that is sold. Oh, there we go. One of our wands is sold. Fantastic. I find it amazing how many things which are currently transporting the story were already alluded to in Classic. Well, yes, I mean the whole story being interweaved, I think, is a great thing. I mean, it just is a testament to the writers and the creators of the world that they've managed to link everything together. But if you pay attention to the story, there's so much lore there. I mean, obviously, if you follow people like Novel and his videos, and there's so much going on that, to be honest, passes me by a lot of the time. Oh, what's that? A Moonstalker Sire. Might as well do you whilst we're here. I don't want to accidentally aggro you. I'll carry on through that. At some point I need to buy some more spells, but I think we're doing okay for the rate we're killing at the moment. We should be fine. Oh, I wish I had skinning again then. I'm sure I saw one over here by the cliffs, but I may be wrong. There's one over in the bushes. This is it. This is going to be the one. That's what you love about it. You walk past so many grave hints of what's to come. Yeah, that's brilliant. When you look back in hindsight, it all makes sense. Wasn't there... I was watching one of the videos that Pyromancer did about how a lot of stuff was hinted at that happened in BFA over someone's dreams or something like that. They had a dream book that was in Silithus. There was an ogre working for Twilight's Hammer that was having all these dreams that foretold everything that Sylvanas did, which I think is great. That kind of thing. Ooh, fine Moonstalker pelts. Didn't realise I had that as part of a quest. A Lost Master. Okay, well, we might as well carry on with the... Oh no, that's Lesser Heal. Wrong spell. I wanted that. There we go. Okay. A Lone Twilight Cultist and Legion. Yeah, I can't remember who it was or where it was from the video, but he went through all the different diary entries. Ogmod, that was it. Well remembered. Okay, so we've got this. We've got to talk to him, turn in the retrieval, and then revenge is the next thing. Okay, I can imagine what that's going to be. Aha. It's going to be to do with this. The Thresh Wackinator. I reckon that's going to be it. Okay, what have we got to do next? Locate the Thresh Whackamaster. Well, it's down here. That's a bit weird. But it does say it's over here. So let's carry on. Maybe it comes back this way. Maybe that was an old one. Zygor is awesome. I must admit, if I just had Questy at this stage, I would prefer, I would definitely be lost, and I'd just be doing all the quests, and I'm sure I wouldn't be as efficient as I can be when I've been able to do it using Zygor, definitely. Talk to the Thresh Whacker Master. Where is it? That's the question. Is it under the water? Because I saw it down elsewhere, unless it hasn't spawned back from where it was before and someone else... Ah, here it is. Turn the key to start the machine. He's elite, but you should be able to kill him at this level. Watch the dialogue and then kill it. First mate unit prepared to follow. Okay, so do we take him back? And then he tries to kill you. Or watch the dialogue. Okay. Zygor is a leveling add-on for both retail and classic. It is paid for, so there's a monthly cost to it. But I first saw it when I saw Preach using it on his stream, and then I tried it out, and I thought, actually, this is going to be really useful for me. Here we go. One of those, and that's why the corpse is here. Everything suddenly gets explained. Oh god, this does actually do a lot of damage. I'm going to have to kite this. Oh, that hit a lot of damage. I didn't quite get out of the way then. Too busy looking at my keyboard. Right, okay, this could be tricky. As a priest, I'm going to have to stay well out of the way. You've used it since Kata. Wow. That is, this is the first time I've used it. I never used it before. I mean, I do like just going around and exploring the world, so it's not necessarily necessary, and you can just enjoy it without doing it. But in terms of classic, I found that I did want to be a little bit more efficient. We've got a long way to go here. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Did I make any gold in classic yet? I've made 10 gold, which I'm really happy with so far. Just by doing the a few little vendor shuffles with enchanting and tailoring. So, and I've managed to level up those two professions to about 150, 170 at the moment. So that's incorporated those costs. But at the moment, I really just need to focus on leveling so I can actually increase my gold making opportunities. I want to be at least 35 so I can make a bit more with professions and maximize those out. Doogie is much better, you think? You've been using Zygor for years. Yes, Dado mentioned Doogie as well. It's on my list of things to check out. I would like to see it, just as a point of comparison, certainly. Okay, so I'm going to have to be a bit more careful about this. If it's respawned, hopefully we should be okay. Let's have a look. Where is it? A little bit further, I think. Yeah, we've got a little bit further to go. Okay. Abarosh, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, that was one long corpse run so far, so I'm going to have to be careful with this Thresh Whackinator. It seems to be a hard hitter for my delicate priestly robes. So I'm going to have to run around a little bit and dot and shield and heal myself. Or at least stay out of its spinning thing. Because I don't think I was paying much attention to that. And then I lost all my health. Classic was a bit of an eye-opener when it comes down to first time playing. With the current state of retail, default rush mode for routine veterans feels like a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to see, and the pace of classic is to enjoy the journey. It takes a while to get to 60, so you might as well enjoy it, certainly. Right, let's heal up. I take it we're going to have to go back this way, so let's just drink up a little bit, and then we can head back, and we'll probably have to redo the quest again. See if this goes. Currently levelling a priest yourself. Wish you went mage instead, but you're level 56, so it's bit late to switch. Yeah, that is a little bit late. I hope you're still enjoying the priest. But you could always start another mage and go from there. Might as well get some other professions going. Presuming a lot of newcomers enjoy Classic way more than the 1 to 60 experience in retail. Though, yeah, well, the 1 to 60 experience in retail is very much a quick thing, isn't it? So it hasn't respawned here, and I died there. Let me just check. Have I messed up the quest, or do I need to hand something in? Oh, no, there it is. Let's come back. Got to watch out for that respawn. Okay, so turn the key, start the machine. Then watch you follow me. Now I'm going to be more on my toes this time. Before I get there, I'm going to make sure my shield is up and running. That's going to be one thing to do. About now should work. Now I can be a bit more prepared. And I'll get ready with my dot as well. And then I'm going to keep this going, and I'll kite you around. Because you seem to do a fair amount of damage. I'm not sure my dot's going to help too much here. You're doing a decent amount of damage yourself. I'll keep my dot on that going. I might run out of mana doing this. This could be a bad idea. I'd really like to just stand and wand it down. But let's just try running a little bit more. And a heal and a flash heal. And a dot and a shield. This isn't looking good. And a desperate prayer. And one of those. One of those. Keep that going. This is tough. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. Nope. I'm going to die again, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not going to work. You don't have a slow, so you can't actually kite it. Exactly, yeah. You can barely kill one mob before you're out of mana. Yeah, that's the thing. That thing is definitely a beast. It's all about the wand, and I can't use it. That's the main problem here. And I can't out-heal him toe-to-toe. Okay, this could be a quest that I might have to come back for. I'm not that far off my next level. So maybe I'm going to have to get myself up to level 24 and then can probably do a little bit extra damage. Would be my next thing. Yeah, Mind Blast, Dot, Flay, 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, if I was Shadow, that wouldn't be too bad. But because I'm not Shadow, this is the trick. Okay. So 2 options here. We could either try and find a group to help out with this one, as it is a tough one, or we can get ourselves up to the next level and see if that happens, if that helps with everything. I don't want to spend too long though on one quest that's not going to give me a lot of things overall if I keep on dying. Dying is not good for leveling. Good evening, Jangles. Hope you're doing well. How is leveling? Leveling is doing very well, thank you very much. We are enjoying the process, although I have just died a couple of times to this elite mob over here, which has been quite tricky. I'm going to see if I can get myself up to level 24 before approaching it again, because I think this is slightly tricky. Yeah, if you have trouble, try to find someone to help you is the recommendation with Zygor on this one. And I can understand why. What /play am I on now? You would be Let's take some guesses. What do you think my slash blade is? Considering I am currently level 23. I'll give you a hint. It's going to be a lot more than you think, because I've been using Samadan to do lots of videos, and I've also done a lot of sniping whilst doing other things. So I've spent a lot of idle time at the auction house. 4 days, 2 days. Well, my slash blade is actually 3 days, 7 hours and 3 minutes. So that's smack bang in the middle. Not too bad, actually, all things considered. I actually thought it would be more. Leveling is holy. Yours until 40, then just want to get leveling done. Yeah, I'm doing a mix of holy and discipline. I was following a video by Hydramist that was advising to go this way rather than shadow all the way, because I'd rather get to 40 and then switch to shadow, I think. You're on 1 day, 12 hours, level 18, 17 gold at the minute. Very nice indeed. That is much more efficient than myself, certainly. Oh, looks like we've got 2 dead people here. So let's help out here, perhaps. You're that, and I'll do that. So do we want to invite you in for a group? Let's see if we want to do /p robot thingy. Robot. I mean robot. Thrashmaster. There we go. See if this will help out. You're that. I need to do one on myself. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this should be easier. Boulder, thank you very much for the follow. There we go. So we're going to help out with a shield for you. And then I'm going to do, as we have a hunter to help us here, is the quest not completed yet? Exactly, we haven't completed it yet until we've killed this thing. Let's just do another, get that going. Now you'll turn on, and your bear we're going to heal as best we can. With a lesser heal. Come on, bear, you can do it. How's everyone doing? You need a... Oh, I've gained aggro. This isn't going to help. I'm out of mana. That doesn't help at all. So let's just wand this down. Got 4 minutes left on my desperate prayer. Let's just heal quickly. Use my potion. Phew, that was close. Well, maybe do. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I forget about Fade. Yes, thank you. I'm not sure what the mana cost was on it, but I was pretty low on that one. I think I got so much aggro. Thank you. That was tough. There we go. Even better. Fantastic. Receive Elixir of Water Breathing. Oh, that could be useful. What did I miss? There we go. Duskwood, good times. Yeah, I do want to go to Duskwood. I'm looking forward to that one, definitely. And, oh, I missed Shakti Doodles. Thank you very much for your resub with Prime. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you. Thank you for your support. Let's see, lots of emotes in for Shoxy Doodles. Thank you for your support. Really is appreciated. Having a good day? Well, maybe do. I certainly am. I'm having lots of fun leveling at the moment. We just had a very tricky mob to deal with, so we've done that one. Destroy the key, it's no longer needed. Okay, so we're going to leave the group on this one. We're done on that one. And then we need to go to here, and where's the key? Gyromass key. That looks like an Arcanite bar or something like that. That's a bit weird. Yep, destroy that. Okay, follow the road, follow the path, talk to Onu, and hand in... Oh god, we've got it all the way down here to hand in this one. Okay, this is a fair old trek. That's going to take a little while, so let's enjoy the scenery. We might as well kill along the way, see if we can level up as we go. Do love my soft mellow tone, very comforting. Reminds me a bit of Bob Ross. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say so. Alright, I'm going to do some of these as I go, because I could do with the XP on the journey. It's going to make the run take a little longer, but I think it's worth it. Am I on PvP or PvE server? I am on a PvE server. Hotkeys is better than clicks when it comes to spells. Yeah, it certainly is. When I get in the bind, I certainly forget to press my hotkeys, especially as I don't have any fancy keyboards or anything like that. So I do end up looking down at the icons and pressing those instead. Well, I haven't quite got the muscle memory for that. Still haven't got your mount at 46. That's nothing to worry about. It will come in time. The more you level, the more gold you'll get. Oh, there it is again, that pesky mob. PvP for the win. It all depends on what you like in the game, but I know that's a very popular opinion, considering how many PvP servers there are compared to the EU, like the PvE servers. I can see that the popularity is very much skewed that way. It's just never been something that's fully appealed to me. It just seems to get in the way of enjoying the environment process for me. Oh, a quartz ring of arcane resistance. So it's just arcane resistance. That's my first ring, so it's tempting to equip it, but it also gives me a 20% chance of greater magic essence. As it's got a vendor sell price of 4 silver 64. Well, let's put it on for now, and we'll decide what to do with it later. I don't think it's worth putting on the auction house. Chavdar, thank you very much. Sophomai, is that? It is Chavdar, yes. Glad to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're having a lovely evening yourself. We are just running the length of Darkshore at the moment. We've got to go all the way down to turn in the relics here. I'm sure this isn't very efficient. We haven't updated our Zygor guide though, so maybe I do need to do an update on that. But we'll carry on for now. We might as well keep the flow going, because I don't want to suddenly change quests that I'm doing. That would be bad. There's a barrel here. Barrel of milk. Interesting. That's a good one. Jimbo Cap, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. How are we doing for time? We're doing alright for time at the moment. So we're good on that front. We need to get to level 24. Would be nice. And I need to pay a visit to Darkshore. I'm not sure what spells I get at 24, whether it's worth getting anything specifically. And all these mobs now are going to be grey to me, so that's not worth it at this point. I'll just follow the path. Do I still play retail? I'm very tempted to jump back in and finish the war campaign. My time at the moment of late has been very limited. I do make sure that I go onto retail and relist my auctions that have expired, just to try and keep the gold trickling in. I do need to do an end of month summary for September because I haven't played much retail at all, and I'd be very interested to see what my gold levels are. Which way? I'm just going to follow that down. Why it's getting me to go there and then down when I need to hand it in down here. I'll just follow the path, I think. Should be easier. But yeah, I still do enjoy retail, and I'm slightly worried that my initial goal, that I wanted to get every profession maxed out before the next expansion, is kind of in jeopardy at the moment because I'm spending so much time on Classic. I would really like to get back to doing that so that I feel more prepared, ready for the next expansion, whatever that might be. Obviously, we'll find out more, I reckon, at BlizzCon. There we are. Might as well buff people as I go. There's a lot of running around at the moment, which I'm not as keen on. I was hoping Zygor would help with this, but maybe that update that I haven't done is one of the reasons why. I don't know what. I don't want to update it whilst I'm in the middle of playing, though. That's the main problem. My accent. Where am I from? I am from the UK. From the south mainly, but I have a fairly generic accent because I was actually born in Germany, and then moved around a fair amount in my childhood. So I never really picked up any one particular accent. You've hit 1.7 million this month. You farm so much. That's brilliant. So I'm glad you're still making gold in retail. Farming, I think, will always be a revenue for people, especially I think as there's less people doing it. So what you can do there is capitalise on the slightly less people doing it and increase your prices. Except that with the new profession paradigm, new character is just as easy to level with their profession as someone maxed in the previous expansion. That is absolutely true, but what I like about the fact that I can still use my old professions is the way I think of it, and also it's having characters at level 120 that can start those professions, because currently I've got 3 characters at 120. So I would like to get more at 120 so I can make use of those professions as soon as I go in. So whether there's a level squish or anything like that, I'd have to have enough characters to be ready to jump on those new professions when they come in, and then decide which ones are going to be more profitable when they come through. I eat fried chicken. Thank you very much for the follow. I think you think to stock a lot of materials now to prepare for the 8.3. What do you think? I got no idea what's going to be in 8.3. We don't really know much yet. Maybe wait for the PTR to come out and have a look and see what's announced then. But it all depends. I mean, what are you stocking up on? I mean, I know things have generally declined in price over the past month or so. So whether you can pick something up, and then is it on the expectation that there's going to be more people playing once 8.3 releases? Because I know there was a small influx with 8.2.5, but what's going to happen with the 8.3 crowd? It all depends on what content there is there. You had to stop playing Classic and pick BFA back up for the B mount. Oh, of course, the B mount. Yeah, I would have liked that, actually. I'm not much of a mount collector, though. That be said, I have... Oh, I don't have my mounts here. I was about to try and find out. I have about 40 mounts, all in all. So I think my latest one has been the one you get through the pre-order of Warcraft 3, the Meat Wagon. That's been my latest mount that I've collected. But the B mount does look good. I would like to go through and do some more collecting things, some more all the things, but that is entirely dependent on time, of which I have a very limited amount of time. oily blackmouth, maybe decent to stock up on. Yep, that's a good idea. I've got a few in the bank that I've just kept hold of for the moment. You're crazy over mounts and pets you collect. Yeah, I can see the appeal, certainly. Need to, I've been running for so far. My buffs are running out. Love the meat wagon mount. Excited for Warcraft 3. Yeah, me too. I'd like to relive all those memories from before. I'm more of a single-player campaign player than a multiplayer player. I loved the actual campaign itself. That was really good. BlizzCon's going to be amazing. I've got a feeling they're going to announce some nice things, certainly. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm tempted to get the virtual ticket, just so I can see a bit more of the panels and things, because as it's my area of interest, it would be nice to see what they've got. So how much is Cycle? How long do you get it for? It's on a monthly subscription basis. It's about, well, with taxes and stuff for the UK, it's coming out for me about $9, but it's, I think, quoted on their website as about $7.99, I think. Oh, there goes the strange dust. Sold that. That's good. Okay, choose your reward. So, a mace. 10 damage per second. Actually, I'll go for whichever I can vendor for more, which in this case is the Woodsman Sword. So, I'll pick that one, and we get level 24. Fantastic. Now, I was working on I wanted to get in a focus, so I've got these three, so I want to get Martyrdom. 50% chance to gain the focus casting effect that lasts for 6 seconds. Focus casting effect prevents you from losing casting time when taking damage and increases resistance to interrupt effects. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to work my way towards inner focus, and then I have to look up what Hydra Mist recommends after that. You do mostly campaign as well. Fury Warrior or Combat Rogue for PvE DPS. Which class is easier to output a solid amount of damage? I haven't got a clue on those two. I've never played those, but thank you for the grats, and thank you, Hairnail, for the Prime. Very kind of you. Let's see, lots of emotes for Hairnail, and also DWL89. Thank you very much for the follow. Let's see, lots of thumbs up and bits and pieces. Thank you very much for your support. Really is appreciated. Okay, so we've got a few more things to do. We're going to head down here, accept escape through force. So, enter the cave, talk to Volcor inside the building. Okay. Neither have I. Waiting to try melee, but not sure where to start. Give one a go and see how it is. Maybe try each of them to level 10. See if you get a feel for them. See if you've got a preference. And then take it from there. The two are fairly similar. Tanks have the benefit of being able to off tank though. And there we go. There's advice from the viewers. Let's do some of these Moonstalkers whilst we're here, because we need them for our quest that Zygot hasn't told me about. So I'm just going to do it anyway. And we'll carry on with that one. Delirium, thank you very much for the follow. Extremely kind of you. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. There we go, there's an extra pelt. Oh, there's lots of things here. Hold on. Let's just not rush into this blindly. These are 19. I don't think I need them, so I'm going to avoid this area. Oh, hold on. Do we actually need to go in here? It says enter the cave. So it looks like we do have to go in. Okay, that's fine. We'll work our way in. I haven't got any more spells though, so I'm wondering whether a trip back to Darnassus would help here. Just started a new tune yesterday. It's old friends coming back to WoW. They made your first gold at level 7. Excellent, excellent. Good to hear. That's got you on the path. Fantastic. I'm doing well. Hope you can say the same. I certainly can. Having a blast with Classic at the moment. Lots and lots of fun. Seems to be a few mobs here, so I'm going to just carefully... Oh, you're a healer. This isn't going to be good. Or you're a shaman, rather. Okay, let's go through that. Little sad though, Mr. 15 silver snipe on a 15 gold item. Well, you win some, you lose some, but that would have been nice if you caught it. Let's do this one and this one, and use my wand. There we go. Oh, looks like we've got a friend. What are we doing here? Well, let's group up for this one. I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but I'll help out for the moment. I need to go inside really, more than anything else. Not sure what our XP will be like. We're still on rested XP for at least half a level here, so that's not too bad. I'm going to say hello to my group people. Give you a buff, and you a buff. Have you got that one? We'll carry on with this one. I need to speak to Falcor. There we go. You need to hand in a quest in that cave. Okay, so we've got a couple of people needing to go in the cave. That's good. Let's see what we've got. How big's the cave? There's Volcor. Oh, sorry, now's not a good time. Doesn't look at you at all as you get close to him. He seems to be concentrating on keeping his bandages from falling off. A little startled. Okay. Turn in a lost master. Oh, I don't think I've done that one. Okay. Now this could be a problem. I don't think I did that one, because I didn't have a lost master. Okay, so can I... Step 14, I might have to... Is better for casters. Okay. Okay, let me think about this. What's my best option here? I need to go find... Liters, hold on, let me work this out. Needs to pick up a prereq quest. Thank you for group. Okay, let's leave the group on this one. And I'm going to carry on and do another one instead, I think. Let's just leave this party. And then I need to find out what I can do here. So I'm going to have to skip this step. There we go. And we're going to go instead to Ashenvale. Hold on. So we've got all this stuff to do. I think now that we've messed up our quests, now might be a good time to try and update my Zygor. So I'm going to do a couple of things here. As we are all the way down here, we need to head over here. So I'm actually going to Hearthstone back, and then we'll try and work out what we're going to do, because I might have to reboot WoW and see if I can get myself back on track with the quest. What did I miss on the chat? On your main level 50 mage, and in theory, the richest man on the server got them a call from Stranglethorn Vale, rarest pet in the game, but you don't want to sell it right now. Well, fantastic. That's pretty cool. Do I have a classic base bin? I certainly do. On my video from this evening, if you go paste bin is all my paste bin. And if I do video from my latest video that I released today, there's a link to the video that goes through all the enchanting and tailoring that I currently have set up with Classic. So that is all of this group here that goes through the Greater Magic Wand shuffle and some various early tailoring bits and pieces, which you're more than welcome to have, pick apart and use as much as or as little as you like. Jack and Neil, good evening to you. If I didn't say good evening to you already. So whilst we're here, I'm going to think of a few different things. I want to go to Darnassus to pick up a spell, pick up some pre-spells, and to have a look at that tailoring recipe that I haven't got yet, because that might give me something useful for my enchanting flip for silk. So what I want to do in this case is, what I'm going to do is just going to update my Zygor in the background to see if this changes. So one moment, I'm just going to exit out and load things up. Just bring up my BRB screen. Be right back. Just going to exit out. And then make sure the app is updated. Let that run through. And then we'll come back to this in a moment. Just let that download. It's not a freeze training. Any ideas for herbalism? Lower level players on making gold. Basically, I would say keep on picking herbs and selling them on the auction house. If you've just got herbalism, that would be my way forward with that. Same as I did with skinning, really, in the early stages. Right, I think I've got everything there. So let's move that back over to this side. Then we can go back into Classic. And then hopefully I can log back in okay. It does say it's full, but I've not experienced any queues for a while. So I'll head back in. Here we go. Back to Samadan. Where's my cursor gone? There it is. Okay. So, having a look at this. So, we are still on this one. Watch the dialogue. Talk to Sentinel. Now, because I've missed a few quests, I may be out of order of this a little bit. Let me just check the map. So, we need to go over this way anyway. So, whilst I'm here, let's sell some stuff that we can do. What have we got here? So we started over here. Woodsman's Sword, disenchant value of 17 silver, but a guaranteed vendor sell price of 17.76. So this is actually better to just vendor, I think. I'll do that. And then I'm going to sell these. Cat figurine, I'm imagining we'll just sell. Clam meat, need to open that up. Sell that. Clean fish bones, murloc scales, lesser healing potion, I'll sell, I think. Now, leggings of agility, a 75% chance of strange dust, 20% chance of greater magic essence. Vendor sell price is actually 6 silver, so I'm going to take the guaranteed cash on that one. And then the laced mail boots, going to sell all of these. Oh, now light feathers I want to keep for my levitation spell when I get it. And now this is potentially 7 silver, but guaranteed 3. So actually I'll disenchant this one. That'll be better. We'll carry on with that one. And we actually got a greater magic essence, that was lucky. And we'll take these, crackler claw. Strider meat, we might be able to use something with our cooking on that one. Fine sand, crawler meat. We could probably do something with the crawler meat and the clam meat as well, actually. So I'll save that for our cooking, and then that's a quest item. We'll keep that there. Okay, so that's freed that up a little bit. and go back to our bags, and we'll keep the clam meat there. So whilst I'm here and this quest is close, I'm just going to go and hand this one in. Talk to Sentinel Celerin. I don't know where I'm at. I'm on 23, Darkshore 23 to 24. I should end up going to the Wetlands, I think, at some point. Now, I don't have the turn-in for this one, I think. Oh no, Sentinel is somewhere else, I think. Are you at the top? No, you're not. Watch the dialogue inside the building, so we might have missed this one as well. And yeah, we don't have that there. So I think I'm going to skip this step. And then, what are you telling me next? Let's have a look at the actual list of everything here. What do I need to do is have a look at this. Let's have a look at the level. So we're here at Darkshore, 23 to 24, and then we'll go Ashenvale, and then we'll go Wetlands, 24 to 27. So I wonder is if now that I'm 24, shall I just go straight to Wetlands at 24 to 27? That seems like a better way to start this, as I seem to have messed up a little bit there. So what I'm going to do is actually close that one down and start my Wetlands trek. So the start of Wetlands means I need to get a ship to the Wetlands. Now, before I do that, I'm actually going to go and head off to Darnassus. So let's get a boat to the mall. Oh, our auction of Greater Magic 1 sold. That's interesting. It didn't actually give me a price or anything like that. I wonder if someone got a bid on that rather than a buyout, perhaps. Even though I think my bid amount was 100% of my buyout. Could be interesting. We'll have a look at that later. Love the guild name. Thank you. And we do have... people are welcome to join in the guild name. I do have a command for it. There we go. We do have some officers around, so if you are on Mirage Raceway EU, you are more than welcome to join. Oh, there's a boat! Quick, run quickly! Can we make it to the boat in time? This is always a tricky one. Oh, it's gonna be close. I'm gonna try my best to catch it. It's going to be one of those things where it just starts leaving as we run for it. We used to have this all the time on EverQuest, missing the boats. It's a bit dark, so hopefully I can get here in time before you disappear. Or we just made it. Fantastic. Phew. How do you make your buyout sniper macro? Also select the item, then buyout. I've not had any success with that. I did try the one from Hecon's video that went through the buyout sniper macro, but I didn't have any success myself getting it to work, so I'm not sure exactly. Run those little virtual legs. Yeah, exactly. It's hard, and I don't have any speed boosting abilities like I do normally in retail, so it's always a tricky time. I should be able to fish here, actually. Although he's just left now, so fishing's off the menu, unless I can catch it all the way down there. That's not going to work. Okay, so let's go back to my staff. So we've got a fresh new section of levelling stuff to do now with Zygor. Talk to Carl Boren. We're going to go off to a new zone in Wetlands after I've done my little side tour over to Darnassus. So the main thing I'm looking for here, if we go to my Wowhead list of items, so I've been looking at tailoring, and we go through all the silk items, and I'm looking for something that's cheap to make silk-wise that I can disenchant. And the best thing I can find was actually earlier than this. Let's go previous. and it was one of the azure cloaks. So these are all taking a bit more. It wasn't the azure silk hood because that's not green. We're looking actually for the azure silk cloak, this one, which is 3 bolts of silk cloth, as most of them are also 4, blue dye and fine thread. And so that's what I'm looking for. And to get this, I need to speak to someone in Darnassus for this one. So I wanted to see Brianna Starglow. It's actually in Feralis, actually. That's not in Darnassus. Where are you? Oh, you're miles away. Okay, my mistake. Okay, change of plan. Let's go get my spells instead then. And then we'll come back to that in a different zone, I think. What video I just mentioned for Buyout Sniper. Been trying to get something to work, same as Kanga. The video I just mentioned, I had a link to, does go into a few of my different buyout operations and sniper operations for that. If that's not the one you're thinking of, then what we also could look at is if you go onto my TSM Classic playlist, there's some ones that go through the vendor sniper. That's the early stages of it. That's a very simple sniper operation there. Currently, my sniper operation that I do have at the moment here is it's attached to my base group. I've replaced this one with a default mix sniper operation. And this one is first between vendor cell -1 copper. So if anything is under vendor cell, then show it on the sniper string. And then if it's under my average buy price, so if it's something I've been buying and I have a good average buy price on it, then show me that. Or 10% DB market. Now we do have another thing we could probably add in here. If I do TSM sources, so we could probably use, now what's the region average of things at the moment? I guess it will be DB region market average will be the one we're looking at here. Let me just have a look at some items in my bag, see if we've got anything on my tooltip yet. Oh, haven't got them turned on. Let's go back here. Let's turn them on. So we should have the data for it now. Let me just check my app, see if that's updated. So yeah, we do have that up to date. So if I go to settings, go to tooltip settings, value sources, display historical price is what I want. I also want to have a look at region market average, region min buyout. I don't think any of these are actually working yet, but I'm going to turn them all on just in case. Now when we look at this, we have some extra tooltip options of min buyout, market value, historical price, region min buyout, and region market value average. So the one that's good there is region market value average, because historical doesn't always work so well. So going back to my sniper operation, I might want to add in an extra bit here. So we'll go to the default mix, and we're going to add in another value here that uses DB region market average, like a percentage of that. Jazz Hazard, thank you very much for the follow. So I'm going to try something like 50% DB region market average. Press enter on that, see if that works. So I'm not sure if this is untested. I don't know if this is going to work as much or not, but if something is under 50% of the region market average, so that should be a bit of a better average than the DB market, which I've got down to 10%, then it will show in the sniper, and then possibly I might get a hit from that. Oh, the one with the macro for the auto select. It was by Hecons, and the video was, let me see if I can find it. Let's have a look. It was one of his previous ones. Let me just find it. So videos. So he has TSM Sniper Setup 4 Classic, which uses the Billis Onyxia's one. So this is the video here. So if I copy that and paste that in. So this is his sniper string stuff, which is really, really good, using Billis's string. And then there's another one, which was making gold in Classic, which I believe goes through, if I have a look here, yeah, there's the easy bid macro there, which is, if I paste this one in, it goes with that, and if you go into the fast snipe macro, was this one, I think. This is all coming from his video, so check these out and see if that works for you. I didn't actually get it working for me, and I didn't investigate it too much because I wasn't too concerned about pressing it really quickly, because I wasn't really that into sniping at that stage. But if you do want to check it out, have a look at those videos and try that macro out, see if it works for you. I love flotsam fishing in Classic. Yeah, that is good fun. Right, so where am I? I'm getting used to this now. So I need to go over to Craftsman's Terrace, I believe, would be my next thing. Now I'm just going to familiarise myself with Darnassus, because if I go along here and then across there, that should work. And the tailor's over there. Oh, we weren't doing the tailor, we wanted the priest trainer. I was getting ahead of myself there. So the priest trainer is going to be Temple of the Moon, isn't it? So let's just check down here. We'll ask a guard anyway. And class trainer, priest. And you are, yep, you're in the Temple of the Moon, as we would expect. So let's head on this way. Let's just move that back down now. That's done. There we go. No problem, Alwood. I hope you find it useful. I hope it works for you. I didn't get it working myself. So it'd be nice if you do. Reagent vendor, I don't think we need anything here yet. Bags, we've sold stuff we could probably do with putting some of this stuff in the bank, but we'll leave that for the moment. Let's head on inside. And the priest trainer is this one, perhaps? I seek more training. Okay, so what have we got here? Some of these things, now I could probably do with a better fortitude. That's 50 silver. I'll train in that. And a powered shield would be better. So let's train in that. I'm very conscious of my gold here, so I'm avoiding things that I don't think I need just yet. Holy Fire. Now, I haven't used this yet. This is another damage to add to my rotation, which I think could be quite nice to do here. And then shadow magic wise, we got another fade, mind vision and mind soothe. I don't think I'm going to need these just yet. So the next thing I really want is shadow word pain at 26. So I'm going to leave those for now. Good evening, Machine. How are you? How's your week been? Hope you're doing well. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. We're just training up some spells now that we are a fresh level 24. We just want to try a few different things out here. So powered fortitude, we have a new one there. That's expensive. Rank 3. We'll take that one. And powered shield was rank 4 already. Just double check that. Yeah, that needs to be upgraded to rank 4. Inner fire is rank 2, it should be. Yep. And then shadow, we are on 3 for shadow word pain, I believe, yep. And then holy fire is the next thing we want. Where's that gone? Holy fire, a new DPS spell. So let's add this in. I'll put that there. I'm going to add that to my queue perhaps. Let's change our things on, keybinds on this one. Key bindings and action bar. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. We want multi-action bar, bottom left action bar will bind to Q. There we go. Okay, return to game. What did I miss? Have I taken a look at Icy Veins leveling guide for priest? Pretty much tell you what spells you need or not for each level. Oh, that could be interesting. Depending on the spec. Oops, nearly knocked my glass over there. Depending on the spec you are running. Okay, doing fine, thank you. Managed to post your auctions like 3 times this week. Oh, fantastic. That's at least they're being posted. That's a good thing. How am I doing? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Enjoying Classic still. Going through the leveling process, making a little bit of gold. Nothing massive. 3 times is better than 0, exactly. I relisted mine this morning, but I haven't restocked. That's my main issue at the moment. Right, so with that done, I'll try out my new Power Word Fortitude. That's a nice health chunk increase. I could probably do with upgrading my armour and things at some point soon. Nothing... Or we could put a couple of things in the bank here, whilst we're here. What's this a portal to? Oh, Stormwind. That could make things interesting. Can we actually use that? Or do we have to actually be in the group to use it? Let's put my food away, and my feathers away. Keep everything else for the moment. These quest items we're probably not going to need at this point. But we'll keep hold of them for now. We might get back to those. Okay, let's leave that. Can we actually get in here, the Stormwind one? That could be easy. No, we can't use it. That's a shame. Okay, so let's head on back out, and we'll get the boat. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. $700 gold each for your augment runes. Nice. So, is the boat going to turn up before we get there? Let's try this out. And we can possibly do a little bit of fishing before we get to the end here. And then, I'm trying to think what else I need to do for the end. I mean, we're at 9:24, so I've got about half an hour. So let's get myself into position for the next series of quests. I think that will be a good use of my time. So let's, whilst we're waiting for our boat, now I do need to remember to actually zoom out a little bit here, because the boat can come along and clip you off, which is never a good idea. So don't step too close to the jetty when you're waiting for a boat. Handy advice. What a BOE for 500k today. I hope it was a good one. Might as well try and get my fishing skill up whilst I'm waiting. Sleepy cat. I love the names coming up here. And thank you very much for the sub. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you ever so much for your support. That's super duper kind of you. Let's see, a bit of everything. Welcome on board. You now have a whole load of emotes for you to use as you will. Thank you very much indeed. Movie, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing this fine Sunday evening? We're just waiting for a boat in Darnassus at the moment and doing a spot of fishing at the same time. Nice gentle pace of classic. Oh, we skilled up there. 143 our fishing is at the moment. Make sure I've got the right bobber this time. There's 2 bobbers here. Had some funny moments in WoW Classic. One of them was falling off the boat. Your friend couldn't stop laughing because I ran to get it on it. Everyone was on and he jumped and the boat was already going. So she said it looks like you went splat on the wall. It slid down. I must admit I've done that. I've been waiting for the boat and fishing, and I've been too close to the edge like this, and then when the boat comes along like this with its bit that sticks out, it clipped through me and pushed me off the jetty, and then the only way to get off was to fall into the water, swim all the way back up and come all the way back up there. So that little bit there just pushes you off, which is really, really unfortunate. And so yeah, I've done the same, and then I missed the boat, unfortunately. It's been done many a time. But whilst we are here, we can fish on the other side and get at least a couple more casts in before the boat disappears. It's all about the fishing, making use of your time in Classic. I actually managed to get 3 casts in there. That's unusual. Normally it's only a few. And we've got a skill up as well, even better. Play vanilla, not classic. Yeah, that was a good old memories, certainly, back in vanilla. Oh, there we go. Got one just at the end. I did vanilla, then I did retail, missed a chunk, and then classic for the moment. I'll obviously be doing more retail as well. I'm not going to completely abandon it for classic. But at the moment, whilst I feel like I'm quite far behind on the whole levelling and gold making section, in order to at least be helpful with what I can offer, I feel like I want to be at least up to 35 in classic, and then maybe I'll split my time between classic and retail. It all depends really on how much time I get between now and then. This past week I've had very, very little time. I've been very busy with work, so unfortunately my levelling time has been extremely limited. But hopefully I'll get some more time later on. Got some more holiday days coming up, so hopefully that'll be good. Wish I was never idle in vanilla, but you'd be lying if you said a big part of your time vanilla was not jumping in Ironforge from tile to tile. I can imagine that. Right, so we want to go from here to the other boat on the other side. So it's going to be a quick trip across and then wait for the next boat, I think. So we might as well get our fishing rod ready. And then we can join in. Might as well give a flying buff as we go past. Oh, and here comes the boat straight away as well. Fantastic. Give you a final buff as you go. And then we'll jump into this side. Oh, we've got a level 59 here. Look at that. That's fantastic. Now don't get knocked off this time. Step back a little bit. Wait patiently for the boat. And then we can go on. That's more like it. That's better. Talking on Ventrilo. Yeah, that brings back memories. And Tunes, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. I hope you're having a lovely evening so far. We're going to do a spot of fishing whilst we wait for our boat to leave. And then we're on our way to Wetlands, and we're going to do a little bit of questing there. I'm not sure how much I'll get into it at this point. We're at 9:30, so We'll see how far we can go. We'll probably need to set our hearthstone to that area. It'd be nice to be back on that side of the continent though, because it does make it a lot easier to go to Stormwind. That is much easier. Red Label Endgame, I like the name. Although if we cross the streams though. Crossing the streams is bad. Oh, can we get this one? Last one? No. No fish are hooked. Oh well. Almost had it. Okay, so that's done, that's done. Let's just wait for that to go through. And back over to the other side of the... And which side do we want to be on for this one? Coming in fast this way. Okay, so we need to... got a few quests here. Let's see what we get to do here. We did spend a little bit of time in here, but I didn't accept any quests. So I've not really tried Wetlands much. Fresh off the boat, ready for our next adventure. Let's have a look what we got here. See, it's much easier when you've got a horse to help you travel. I do look forward to getting to 40. Is this my main? It certainly is. Level 24 main in Classic. I probably am the slowest leveler when it comes to... is this the person I want? Yes, it is. Okay, and we need to speak to someone else for the third fleet. First mate Fitzsimmons. You are over here. And then I imagine I need to go into the inn after this. And accept the next one. And then talk to the innkeeper and make Deepwater Tavern your home, as I was expecting. Where are you, the innkeeper? You're over here. Oh, we've got a hearth here, so maybe we could do something with cooking. Let's make this our home first. Make this in our home. Accept that. And talk to innkeeper Helbreck. Yeah, buy 1 flagon of dwarven honeymead. Let's go that. Click that. Did that work? Yes, it did. And then turn that back and talk to archaeologist Flagongut. Where are you? Upstairs inside the building. Okay. Follow the guide. Where are you? Archaeologist Flagongut. Turn in absent-minded prospector. Now I'm sure I did that at some point, but I must have missed a few steps of it because we don't have the final sections of here. So let's skip that one. Okay. I don't like skipping bits that I've missed though. That is the trouble. Some of these quest chains are really long, and if you haven't caught them all, it can be tricky. We've got our 3 greater magic wands here, 52 silver, so that will help with paying one of our spells. Your main is 26, I don't feel bad. Oh, that's good to hear, Mini Bandit. I'm glad I'm not alone. Check on Discord, see what you're missing out then. Alright, got that, that's headed in. Talk to Cedar, who is over here. Level 20 in from Ironforge, I'll do that. Digging through the crew. Captain Stoutfist is the next one, so around here. I do like picking up lots of quests, although that one is 29. That seems a little bit risky. So I guess we're going inside the building, up the stairs, talk to Captain Stoutfist. I assume the stairs are here. Where's the stairs? Those are stairs down. Those look stairs up. Who am I speaking to? Captain Stoutfist. I bet you're at the top, aren't you? Now, you'll be in... I always get confused by the layout of these buildings. I think I'm probably gone too high now. Oh no, I did manage it. There we go. Henkeel, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. Hope you're doing well. We are just following our Zygol guide at the moment. Okay, leave the building, talk to James Halloran, who is also outside. So I'm guessing we can go down these stairs, or those stairs go up. So that will take me to the top. I want to go down here instead. I'm going to ignore collecting that one, as I'm not told to do that one yet. Yeah, those are usually a little bit of a maze, those ones. TSM works for Classic? It certainly does. Really enjoyed Classic Darkshore, especially the Twilight Hammer dig site with old gold minions, skeletons with the Titanforge runeblade in its skull. Since you could witness its progression in Cataclysm and now BFA. Yeah, I love the fact that those things are all sort of like interlinked. We were talking about that earlier. James Halloran we want. Do I actually have anything over in Darkshore? I'm not sure I'm actually going to be following any of those. Let me just have a look. Not Darkshore. Yes, it was Darkshore. I'm actually thinking of Duskwood. That's what I'm thinking of. Wrong zone. I get my Darkshores and my Duskwoods mixed up. But Duskwood's coming at 27 to 30. Okay, so follow the path, talk to... Are we working our way out at the moment? We are a little bit here. We've still got 22 minutes left on our Hearthstone, so I'm not going to venture too far. It would be nice to go back to Stormwind to do a little bit here, but I want to make sure I can get back, so I'll see how things go for the moment. Trying to get that gold for the 40 mount, level 36 and 54 gold currently. Oh, that's not too bad, halfway there. Obviously, reputation notwithstanding. Jikaris, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday so far. We're going to kill Gobbler. It looks like a grey murloc that walks around this area. Okay, you're over that side. We can do that for the moment. Z, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. 3 months. 2 months in a row. 3 total. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Z? I hope you're doing very well. Thank you ever so much for your continued support. Let's see a little bit of everything in the chat for Z. Thank you very much. We're currently, what are we doing? We're looking for this Murloc. Gobbler, and then Gobbler's Head, and kill Bluegill enemies as well. So he's a grey Murloc around here. We'll do a little bit of this, and then we'll head back into the inn to finish off, I think. There's a Bluegill Murloc. Looks like this is got a few people around at the moment. Oh, Jack and Neil, thank you very much for 2 months of subs. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you for your support. Thank you very much. Let's see lots of even more emotes. Thank you very much. If you had 850 gold and had to make 350 more, what would I do? That's a tricky one because I'm not quite at that level yet. I would be very interested to know. But at the moment, I feel like my sort of silvers and coppers aren't quite... oh, that's locked. Aren't quite at that level to be able to say how you could make 350 more. What I would maybe suggest is have a look at Student Albatross's videos, because he's at that. He's much higher level. He's 60 now, and I'm sure he could probably advise on things to do to sort of like farm. He does more farming than crafting, really, but he does do a little bit of things you could do to get that extra gold. Keep doing what you're doing to get the 850. Yep, that's another factor, isn't it? If what you're doing is working, then carry on. Oh, I forgot my Holy Fire. Let's try Holy Fire. It's got a long cast time. Does a fair amount of damage though. That was quite nice. And it has a dot element to it, so that and Shadow Word Pain could be quite good. I might swap it over with my Smite. I might start with a Holy Fire and then Smite, perhaps. These are all the regular Murlocs. I want the grey one that comes around here at some point. Looks like we do have a fair few people around here to compete with, though, unfortunately. Fen Dweller, I don't think you're part of what I need, but let's keep the XP rolling for the moment. Smite and Mind Blast. One of those, and a dot, and a Holy Fire. That's going to take a lot of mana, though, I imagine. Well, it's not too bad, actually, mana cost-wise. What was the guy's name again? Student Albatross. What's it got to spell? Albatross with a Z. There we go. He's got some lovely YouTube video, guys, going through all of various things you can do in farming. He's actually on the Mirage Raceway server as well, I believe. But I highly recommend him. I do have a paste bin. It's ! Paste bin. I'll give you a link to that there. Holy Fire is good as an opener before pulling. Okay, thank you, Henko. I thought it would be. It does seem quite a good one, doesn't it? Retters, please. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Sorry if I butchered your name. I might actually swap these two over. And I'll start with that rather than Smite. I think that will be a good use of my spells. At this level, certainly. I'm missing the one that should be around here at this point. 9:43. I might start heading back. I'll come back to this at some point. I might have to abandon this Lost Master quest. I don't like abandoning quests, but yeah, let's head on back down the path, and then we can finish up down here. How's the gold making going so far? Have professionals been working out for me in Classic? So far, so good. With my new video going through enchanting and tailoring, I've enjoyed the combination of the two at the early levels with greater magic wands. It's definitely been profitable so far. We actually hit 10 golds today, which was a good start. But what I need to do now is level up, and then I can work on the professions a little bit more. I want to get the professions up to, well, first 225, and then all the way up to 300 would be really good. This is taking a fair beating. 22. That's not too bad. Oh, we've got some skins there. Looks like we needed those. Capilathor, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Hopefully see you next time. I'll go through, give you a buff. Flyby buff. And I'm going to start parking myself over here. I'll be finishing up myself in a moment. I think we've done a fair amount of decent levelling today. We got ourselves to 24, and rested XP is almost 2/3 of the way in, so that's pretty good. Russian Fire Mage, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're doing well on this fine Sunday evening. We are actually just finishing off here, but it's good to have you on board. Let's just go in the inn so we can maximise our rested XP. Right, and my usual story time sitting post. I'm not going to do story time tonight though, but we are going to finish up here because my family are going to want the TV in a few moments' time. So I want to say a big, massive thank you to everyone who's hung out in the stream tonight. Really appreciated your company. All the cheers and the subs today, the follows, and everyone's company and advice has been absolutely amazing. So thank you all. Let's see if we can find someone to throw a host on over to. We have a few things here. We've got Bob Ross is on at the moment. We have there's a few. Now, what could we do here? We have Luxthos is a leveling warlock, but he doesn't tend to do gold making so much. Our Gamth is on. We could give her a host. I haven't given her a host in a long time. She is mainly Brazilian Portuguese, but she does do gold making. I think we could probably go and have a look, see what she's up to. Just going to let the ad run through. She is doing retail, and she's doing, I think that says gold making, but I haven't actually thrown a host in a long time, so it'll be good to send something over to her. I do have an experience with AoE farming with the Skullflame Shield. It's actually worth its price. I have no idea what. I know the Skullflame Shield. I've got one of those in retail, but no. If anyone else has any advice on that one, please do shout out in chat. I am just finishing up here, though. I'm going to throw a host over to Arganth. Let me just set this one up. Arganth. I'll make sure I spell this correctly. There we go. Okay, so thank you everyone. Don't be alarmed if you hear a different language when I do this host. I think she does drop into English occasionally, so hopefully she will. But thank you everyone for the lovely company tonight. Really appreciated it. Hope you have a lovely week. This week's video is going to be, I'm going to go through my September summary and see what kind of gold I have actually made in retail. So that's going to be interesting. I haven't actually got any idea what my accounts are like for September. And all I've been doing is relisting auctions. So, and that's been really, really minimal. So hopefully I will have made enough for a token in a month. That would be my my aim, hopefully. Oh, Caffeine95, thank you very much for the follow. I am just finishing off, but thank you very much. Until next week, I hope you all have a lovely week. Have lots of fun, whether it's retail or classic or whatever you're doing in the real world. From me, and well, Oreo's disappeared, but have a lovely rest of your evening and weekend, and I hope to see you again soon. We're going to throw a host over to Arganth.